Alright, hello everybody. We'd like to welcome y'all here to Atlanta Motor Speedway here for the Bluebird 400 here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Of course, I am Alex Prime. I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in this evening. It is currently 7:30 p.m. over here on the East Coast, and we are about to let our Cup guys rip it up here at Atlanta. But before we get into that, we'll go over some stuff that has occurred with like points as well as what happened yesterday afternoon. So, yesterday afternoon, Carolina Bradley had went back to back in the Mountain Dew series in her number 33 Kit Kat Ford. If you always want to rewatch that video, it is right here on the Alex Prime Motorsports channel. So yeah, if you haven't already, go watch that. It was a crazy race. I think we had like 3 attempts to get that race done. But now, let's see if the Cub guys can be able to do any better than the Mountain Dew guys as we get started here with their starting lineup. So on the pole is the 51 of Parker Ritzloff in his New York Fire Department Foundation Dodge, and to his outside is Ryan Little, the number 11 Exalta Chevrolet. Then in the second row, you got the 2 PPI cars being Daniel Bottasato in the number 32 Tide Pontiac, and to his outside is his teammate Edwin Day, the number 94 FedEx Pontiac. Then it's Travis Regan in the number 44 Phoenix Warehouse Chevrolet, and to his outside is Sam Kane in the number 77 5 Energy Toyota Camry. Then it's Alex G-Man in his number 82 Budweiser Chevrolet, and to his outside is Alex Romeo, the number 37 Kodak Ford. Then it's Alex Prime, the number 20 Golden Corral Pontiac, and to his outside is Adonda Kretz, the number 71 Alex Rumpus YT Chevrolet. Then it's Polar Express, the number 16 Rebel Bourbon Dodge, sorry, and then Brent Cruz in the number 1 Mobile 1 Chevrolet. Then it's Sleepy in the number 10 Target Dodge, and to his outside is JJ Yelling, the number 80 in the number 68 Interstate Battery Chevrolet. Then we got a pair of rivals right here in this next row. You got Angel Diaz-Reta in the number 89 Ultra Vision Chevrolet, and to his outside is Cody Smart in the number 21 Rhesus Ford. Then it's Rose Thorne in the number 42 Mountain Dew Chevrolet, and to her outside is Alban Bradley in the number 7 Miller Lite Chevrolet. Then it's Lewis McGrath in the number 22 M&M's Pontiac, and to his outside is Sabrina Rankin-Prix in the number 88 Napa Chevrolet. Then it's Taiga Zaika in the number 87 5 Energy Bass Pro Shops Toyota Camry, and to her outside is Will Jones in the number 17 United Rental Chevrolet. Then you got a pair of Jarrell teammates back here. You got 8-time champ Jimmy Johnson in the number 50 Dollar Tree Family Dollar Dodge, and to his outside is his team owner Ethan Rice in the number 23 Cheerwine Dodge. Then it's Maggie Spletzer in the number 04 Glitch Productions Ford, and to her outside is Charlie Calvin in the number 62 Napa Chevrolet. Then it's Jeanette Prime, the number 28 Coca-Cola Zero Dodge, and to her outside is Ruby Asensio in the number 03 Roku Express Ford. Then it's Waldy, the number 13 Leaf Filter Dodge, and to his outside is Naomi Fellows in the number 53 iFly Dodge. Then it's Tari Ritzloff, the number 36 GameStop Chevrolet, and to her outside is Shane Kane in the number 2 Red Bull Pontiac. Then it's Marba Keita in the number 97 Abba Gold Chevrolet, and to her outside is Samantha Contreras in the number 72 Loves Ford. Then it's Yoruba Swahili in the number 5 Vanilla Unicorn Chevrolet, and to his outside is Jonathan Logren, the number 99 T-Mobile Chevrolet. Then it's Soyo Asui, the number 48 Dr. Pepper Chevrolet, and to her outside is Azuka Kendo, the number 25 Firehouse Chevrolet. Look at your final 2 rows. You got Diego Alcatraz in the number 78 Furniture Row Toyota Camry, and to his outside is Adrian Hopkins in the number 31 AT&T Dodge. And running out the field is Zoe Backenmine in the number 6 Xbox Chevrolet, and lastly Pedro Sales will round out our field in his number 12 Rockstar Energy Pontiac. So, 114 laps here around Atlanta for tonight. If anyone has any picks in the chat, you are free to get them going right here.
Driver.
But yeah, 20 seconds left until the command right here. And 10 seconds are left, which means we will now go down to trackside for the command to fire engines.
Drivers, start your engines.
The command has been given. Engines are firing. That means we are ready to roll here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. And pace car is off, and so is the field. And we are away. Polar's going for the number 10 of Sleepy. So he's going with his teammate to win this race. Yeah, folks. I am really pumped for this race. You've seen how the Mountain Dew here, guys, ran here yesterday afternoon, but now the Cup guys will get to rip it up here this evening. And of course, I hope to get the race done before 8 or 9 p.m. Well, hopefully that is, or else, you know, stuff gonna happen. But field running through turn 3 and 4. Once the pace car makes a hard left, it's on the 51 and the 11. Ryan Little's had a very tough start to the season so far, but he is looking good. As we quickly look over your points right here, your top 5 in points into this race as follows, as the 51 and 11 are taking it to the green, and green flags in here, we're underway at Atlanta. But yeah, as these guys start to get rolling right here, looking at your point situation here going into this race, Boogie has taken the points lead away after winning Las Vegas. He is followed by the 20 of Alex Prime, who is down in 9th, followed by Beggy, Polar, and then Travis in the top 5 in points. So Boogie already in a good starting position right here as he's going to go for the lead on the inside. Travis Regan is going to follow closely behind. The 82 and the 20 are also there. And Boogie's going to take the race lead early, but here comes Travis Regan. And Boogie's going to lead the first lap of this race. Oh no, I think that was Travis Regan who barely led that lap. Regan now has the race lead, 3 wide back there for second. Pontiac split that shortly in the middle. Parker's already struggling a little bit. Alex Prime with help from Adana down there. Adana trying to make it 4 wide. That was not going to work. The 20 keeps her at bay. Sleepy in the 10 is already caught up. Travis Regan continuing to lead. Oh, and Adana and Sleepy go on the apron. Sleepy's going to back out with their 4 wide back there. And that's not going to work. Around they go in the back. The first caution of the day is out. And that is the majority of the field, of the 36 is upside down. 31 is in it, 17 is upside down. 88, 97, 16. And Tari comes to rest on all 4s, but what a wild wreck. It looks like we had another wreck in turn number 4. Oh, nope, that's just cars on pit road, never mind. I thought we had another wreck. Hard licks for the 37 Alex Romeo, but let's go back here and see what happened coming out of turn number 2, because clearly that was mostly Parker Ritzloff's fault for not backing out of that 4 wide situation as Sleepy attempted to back out. So keep an eye on the 51 right here as he's trying to make a 4 wide pass right here coming out of turn 2. So you see right there, he's forced Alex G-Man to stay in the middle, but he's got nowhere else to go, so he gets into the 82 and then gets into the 10 of Sleepy. Yeah, and then right there, and then, oh, then Parker Ritzloff just tags Boogie in the 32. And also collects Alex Romeo in the 37. Just nowhere for him to go. 42, 94, 22. Ooh, Angel got clipped by the 37 right there, but it looks like he's able to save it. Yes, but he barely gets scraped by Alex G-Man. A couple cars able to get by on the bottom. But then they just all started stacking up right there. You see the 88, 36 going upside down. 97 is in it. 12, 72, 5, 2, 53, 28, 21, 68, 17, 1, 99. Oh, man, that was just a wild wreck for a lot of these guys. And some guys will be able to get going, but we do have some retirements already, like Pedro and Shane. They are done for the day. And Ryan Little's going to stay out, but looks like Alex Prime has won the race off pit road, followed by Rose Thorne, Adonda Kratz, Travis Regan, and looks like to be, yep, Meggie Splitzer. Yeah, I would question that too, Polar. Like, what was Parker Ritzloff trying to do right there, trying to make a 4-wide pass? That was clearly not going to work. But yeah, we got a couple cars out, like Angel, back of the mine, Romeo, Jones, yep. And yeah, Tari is out of this as well after that wild flip. Swahili is out. Yeah, Seb, I can tell you're not happy with, hold on, let me make sure I just, my, 11's got to wave around. It says the 20 is the race leader. Yep, Polar is out, and Parker Ritzloff himself, he is also out. Yeah, Alex Prime out in front here on home turf. Well, not really. Like, the track that's closest to him is Talladega, but kind of, you should get what I'm saying right here. This is technically home turf for the 20. I'm pretty sure there's also home turf for a couple of other drivers as well. I will need to double check though to be sure whose home track is Atlanta Motor Speedway, because I think the only one that has Atlanta as a home track is Alex Prime. Currently right now leading in his Fly High Motorsports Pontiac. But yeah, surprising early run so far for Adonda Kratz. She's been having a very rough start to her season, but looks like she was able to rally some speed and managed to get up to the front right here. And as we are going green this time, Alex Prime, your leader, followed by Rose Thorne, Adonda Kratz, Travis Regan, and Meggie Splitzer in the top 5. And then Ruby Asensio, Kazuka Kendar, Waldy, Lewis McGrath, and Sam Kane rounds out the top 10. Oh, Sam. I know Seb's not going to be happy about that. I know Seb's not going to be too happy about Sam running in the top 10. I know that for a fact. He had quite a couple cars with damage across the entire field. Some cars were able to keep going after that lap 3 wreck. As the field entered turn 3, Alex Prime waiting on that pace car to pull it onto pit road. The field is now stacked back up right here. And the pace car is in. It's on the 20 to lead us back to the green. As we go back into the restart zone, green flag back in the air. Alex Prime able to hold on to the lead right now. Rose Thorne back there in the 42, trying to keep hot on the 20's tail. Adonna's going to follow them right here on the high side, trying to get by Travis Regan, but Regan just really strong on that outside here, and here he comes to the inside with help from Ruby Asensio. Rose Thorne and Adonna trying to push on that outside. Alex Prime nearly goes into the outside wall. Oh, and the 44 in the apron right there, the 71's going to go down. Travis Regan retakes the lead, but here comes Ruby Asensio to the inside. Ruby Asensio's got help from the 71. The 71 moves the 04 up. That's a teammate to the 03. And now here comes Adonna. They're going to make it 3 wide for the lead. Oh, but she just did not have the strength on the bottom. Ruby Asensio just so strong in that middle line. She's going to retake the race lead. And she's going to keep her teammate in tow, but Adonna's not finished yet with the 03 and the 04. The 42 keep in touch with the 71. Adana did lead that lap. Rose Thorne back there in the 42 trying to keep up with the 71. The 71 is clear for the race lead. She slides up to the middle. Sue back there in the 48. That's the 71's teammate trying to wrestle up here for a top 5 spot. And Rose Thorne had just completely spoiled Smart Motorsports' plans. And she's going to take second away from the 03 and 04. And meanwhile, that's allowed the 71 of Adana to try to pull away. Side by side between the 03 and 42 into turn 3. That is for second. Maggie Slutzer forces the 42 up high. And the 88 was once again on pit road. Problems already for Sabrina. And Tage is also on pit road as well. As you look on the radar on the bottom right. And another car is on pit road. It's Ryan Little in the 11. And Sue has caught up to the 04 and 03. She's going to try to battle right here with some of her Cricket Cup rivals right here. She's going to try to make it 3 wide on the bottom. Let's see how well she'll do. No, it's not going to be enough. Meggie gets the run on the middle. And the 87 has just merged back up onto the track. Might cause issues for the 71 of Adana Kratz. And she's right now trying to maintain a gap between herself and Meggie. Meggie's trying to close the gap. Ryan Little trying to get some damage repair done to that 11. And Adana has caught up to the 87. Adana Kratz has caught up to the 87. Gonna try to put the 87 down another lap. She's gonna go right to the inside of the 87. And the 71's gonna blitz right by on the bottom. What a pass there by the 71, but she has lost crucial time to Maggie Splitzer in the 04. Now she's gonna try to find a way around the 87 into turn 3. But she's gotta be careful because there's Sue back there in the 48 gonna try to pounce. And now Sue also gonna get by the 87 on the bottom. Adana continues to lead here early here in the Bluebird 400. And there are more cars on pit road. Sabrina Raincoat breaks once again back on pit road, and so is the 82 of Alex G-Man. I might have to disqualify the 88 if she continues going down pit road. Yeah, Adana's lead has shrunken to only 0.3 seconds back to Maggie Splitzer. Maggie Splitzer just really reeling in the 71. Smart Motorsports looking to sweep the Atlanta race, as Carolina Bradley had won yesterday, and now Maggie gonna try to sweep the weekend for team owner Cody Smart. But there's Sue back there in the 48. She is gaining on Maggie. And a battle for fourth. It looks like a battle for fourth is occurring between the 03 and the 40 and the 20. Ruby Asensia going after Alex Prime in the 20. The top 3 have all pulled away from this pack, as you see on the... Yeah, I'm disqualifying the 88 since... yeah, she keeps going down on a pit road, so... Yeah, I got to disqualify the 88. Oh, and Adana got held up by the 1 of Brent Cruz. Now there leaves room for Maggie and Sue. Sue to the inside of the 04, but she's on the apron. That was not going to work. Maggie with the run through turn 2. That 1 car has really ruined the 71's momentum. The 04 now right there on the 71. She looks to the inside of the 71. Ooh, she's really trying to find a way around. And side by side for the lead in the 3. Oh, and Barbacada holds up the 0-4 on the bottom. And Adana will swoop right by on the outside to retake the lead. And now here comes Sue to the outside for second. And Adana reestablishes a 0.5-second lead, but now she's trying to extend it now since the 0-4 has lost crucial momentum. And the entire field is spread out, so I think green flag pit stops is going to be the only way that the 71 could lose the race lead, but Meggie is regaining on the 71, trying to regain that lost momentum. She's clearly regained it. She was able to stay clear of the 48 of Sue. And Sue and Adona's team owner Alex Prime, he is not anywhere near this top 3. So I think they don't have to worry about the 20 reeling them in. It's just between these top 3. But like I said, green flag pit stops will make the difference. Oh boy, and Sue looks like she's dropping back from Meggie. Looks like she wants Meggie and Adana to go at it. These two are both Cricket Cup veterans. Adana races in the 42 in the Cup Series, and Meggie also raced in the Cup Series, also for Cody. And they are catching up to Adana and Sue's teammate, Alex G-Man in the 82. Who's right now trailing Barbacada in the 97. Boogie is on pit road. And Alex G-Man has brought his car onto pit road. And so has the 48 of Sue. So we're starting to see green flag pit stops here from the lead pack. As already multiple cars put a lot down. You see only 22 cars there on the lead lap. And there is the 0-4 right down the 71, but I think the 71 is pitting. Yes, she is. Adana Kratz is on pit road. That's going to allow Meggie to take the lead here at Atlanta. Well, now Meggie now going to bring her car onto pit road. And she's going to get followed by the 20 and the 42. There's the 32 and the 87 going to go by. Also in goes the 13. As we're going to see how this pit stop goes here for Meggie Spletzer in the 0-4, the current race leader. But I definitely say she could be losing crucial time, as Adana right now is, I'm pretty sure, just now in turn 3. Or she's on the front stretch. I could be wrong. Let's see where the 71 is. There's the 71 right there. She is just now exiting turn number 4. And she's got her teammate Sue back there in the 48, who was pitted a lap earlier than her. And now they got to catch up to the 0-4, who's just now getting up to speed right here. And it looks like Meggie's going to be able to take the lead right here. Yes, she will. Meggie Spletzer here out in front of Atlanta. She is up to speed. but Donna's right there on the 0-4. She's gonna try to make Maggie battle for it. There she goes to the inside. Oh, a little contact between the 0-4 and 71. It is on for the lead. But there's the lap car, the 11 of Ryan Little. He's gonna block somebody. I think he might block the 71. No, he's gonna block the 0-4. The 71 will take the race lead back away. Oh, man. Just setback after setback so far for Maggie Splitzer. And the 48, I'm pretty sure, is a lap down. No, she is third, so the ticker is currently incorrect, y'all. Only the top two on the ticker is correct. So just as a warning. Adana just using all of these lap cars to her advantage. She just got by the 62, creating another roadblock for the 0-4. But yeah, Adana Kratz, one of our only Canadian drivers in this field, looking to add another win to her record here in the Six Flags Series. She has gotten a win at Watkins Glen back in Season 5. So it's been a while since Adana has last went to Victory Lane. And that was when I'm pretty sure she was in the... I think this is when she was in the 0-3 for Paulding Motorsports, who have since been allocated by Alex Prime Racing. As the 71 got by the 31, putting another car yet down another lap. And she has caught up once again to Brent Cruz. And she's got to get held up a little bit. She's got to go right to the inside of the one. Going to make a pass, no problem. But she has lost time to Maggie Splitzer. Maggie Splitzer going to take advantage of it. And Adana also now catches up to more lap cars, the 10 of Sleepy and the 23 of Ethan Rice. We're now on lap 37 out of 114. So still a long way to go here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. And a caution will definitely change up everything here for Adana Kratz. But now Maggie starting to reel in the 71 yet again. She is hungry for that win. She got a win in the Mountain Dew Series with her last time at Joshua Neely Racing. Now looking to win in the Cup Series for Smart Motorsports, trying to complete the Smart Motorsports sweep. Ryan Little just now coming off a pit road. Adana's going to stay relatively on the high side, going to stay out of those lap cars' way. Yeah, the entire lead lap pack is basically now all separated by all of these lap cars that the 71 is right now putting down multiple laps now, I'm pretty sure. And we are just now getting 40 laps into this race. It is still on for the race lead. Anything could happen to the 71 of Adana Kratz. I'm definitely going to say something's going to happen to that 71, and that's going to allow Maggie Splitzer to pounce on it and pass the 71 with the race lead. She's keeping the gap at about 5.5 seconds or 0.6 seconds. But with all these lap cars, Maggie is kind of struggling a little bit to keep up with the 71, who's using these lap cars to extend her gap. But with all these lap cars everywhere, you may never know what's going to happen. And we're still a long ways away from the end of the Bluebird 400. And I'm pretty sure the halfway lap, I'm pretty sure is lap 61. I could be wrong though, anyone in the chat could correct me. Because once we hit that halfway point, anything that happens to me or tries to go, that will be the results and it will be official. And Sleepy right here is going to fight Adana Kratz. He's still got the speed with the leaders. He's going to stay in there behind the 71, going to try to force the 71 to make a mistake. This is what Maggie Splitzer needed. Yeah, Sleepy just pounding on the back of the 71. Trying to allow Maggie to catch back up. This is what Maggie needs. And the 48 has dropped all the way back out there. You see her battling with some more lap cars, so the 48's out of this one. But now Adana is finally able to pull away from the 10. Now putting a one-car gap between herself and Maggie Splitzer. She's now catching up to Marbacada in the 97. Maggie got held up by Marbacada. That's going to cost her crucial time. And now she's also dealing with a 10 of Sleepy. As the 97 goes down pit road, that's allowed Adana to stretch her gap out well over 1 second. Yeah, like over 1 second now. That is impressive for Adana Kratz. And if anyone knows her from road racing, you know that how good she is on intermediates, short tracks, and road courses. Her primary ace being the road courses. Well, except for super speedways. She does not like racing at super speedways, but she's definitely proven it now at Atlanta right here, as she is just laying waste right now to Maggie Splitzer, who's still struggling to get by lap traffic. My friend was texting me here, my bad. Yeah, I don't even see the 04 in frame anymore. As you look down on the radar on the bottom right, you can see Maggie has lost so much time to Adana. That gap is nearly 2 seconds long. But it looks like she's finally able to clear those lap cars, so now she's clear to regain on the 71. Because Maggie's clearly got the better long-run car than Adana Kratz. And not to mention, grief-like pit stops will occur again. So these guys are going to have to keep their eyes and ears peeled, since pit strategy is what's going to win you the race here if we stay green. Because if a caution comes out, that's going to re-bunch the field up, and I don't think that's what Adana wants. Because so far, she's led the most laps of the race. She's extended her gap to over 2 seconds. But Maggie is trying to keep that gap consistent. But Adana just continues to strengthen the gap as she goes through the front stretch. And the front and back stretch. That seems to be her best chances right here to gain more time on Maggie Splitzer, as it seems that Maggie is better in the corners while Adana is better on the long run. She's caught up to a few lap cars. That is the 32, 97, and 1. And she's going to follow the line, but no, she's going to try to find a way around. Boogie blocks the bottom. Marbacada blocks the high side. Boogie goes on to pit road, the 71, down to the inside of the 1. She made quick work, but lost a lot of time to Maggie Splitzer. And a lot of cars on pit road, so we have reached yet another grief-like pit cycle. So now, the 71 looks like she's going to be going on to pit road again. Yes, she is. She is in this time. And Maggie's once again going to stay out, try to stretch it long enough and lead more laps. Because she now knows this is the time to stretch it out on Adana Kratz. Rose Thorne looks like we'll slip into second. Yes, that is correct. Waldy in third. Alex Prime fourth. And then Adana Kratz in fifth, but she is on pit road. And Maggie now going on to pit road. And she's going to get followed in by the 42 of Rose Thorne and the 13 of Waldy. as well as the 20 of Alex Prime. So that means all of the lead lap cars have now pitted. And there's a Donda there coming off of pit road, being followed by the 7 and the 10, as we'll take a look right here at the 04 Miggy Splitzer. That's the drive that everyone's got their eyes on. How fast will Miggy Splitzer be? Looks like only 2 tires out for the 04, and she is away. What a fast stop for the 04. Looks like they want to keep her out ahead of the 71, because that is the main goal right here. And I'm pretty sure team owner Cody Smart wants that 04 to remain ahead of the 71, but the 71 right there is on the front stretch. And now the 04 is going to try to make up to see that there's the 71 going to blast right by on the outside line. Adonocrats will retake the race lead. Lap 53 out of 114 here now. The field is still relatively spread out. And I'm pretty sure 8 cars are on the lead lap right here. Because I'm pretty sure Sue is still on the lead lap, but she is nowhere near the leaders right now, so I definitely do think that Sue is definitely still in the lead lap. So that's really 8 cars on the lead lap. Jimmy Johnson currently in that transfer spot for the free pass, but I'll have to see what's going to happen if a caution does end up coming out, since these lap cars, they are staying relatively close to each other, but they're not risking any sort of big moves. So these guys are looking to keep it clean and green, hopefully for a pretty long run until a caution comes out. I really hope not, since NR is known for throwing phantom cautions even when no one is spinning out. So I just hope that a phantom caution does not occur, because I am not going to be personally interfering with yellows unless I really have to, like when someone is spinning out and the game does not throw a caution. Because that's the only time I'm going to interfere, is that if the game does not throw a caution when there's clearly someone spinning out on the track, and yeah, the game not throwing a yellow. But I'm pretty sure a yellow is not what Adonda Kratz wants, because she's got a 1.3 second advantage over Miggy Splitzer. But she's got a pack coming in closely from behind, as there's Miggy right there behind the 87. Here comes Sue to the inside of the 04. That is for second right there. Oh, the 87 will block the 48. And the 87 is going down to pit. That allows the 04 to get a good gap on the 48. The 7 right there, that's Auburn Bradley trying to give out the 48. Gonna try to get a lap back here. So the lappers are still under a lot of green flag pit stops right here. As you see, the ticker has swapped to how many laps are left. We're down to 57 laps to go, coming to 56 to go this time by. But if a caution does not come out, I think Adonda might have this on lock, unless Miggy Splitzer can get the pit strategy correct, or at least save enough fuel to where she can make an end of race charge to steal the win away from the 71. Because so far, Adonda has just been the class of the field, as she is now caught up to Naomi Fellows and Cody Smart, and the caution is out! Caution is allowed on lap 56, and there's a wreck on the front stretch. It's Marva Cada and Brent Cruz. And that is not what the 71 of Adonda Kratz wants, but more damage to the 1 of Brent Cruz. And we also saw that Marva Cada in the 97 was also collected in this one. Well, let's go back here and see what happened to the 1 and the 97 right here going through turn 4. So right here you see Kendo nearly forced it 3 wide here, but Marva Cada, she just not gave any room to Brent Cruz, who thought he was clear, and then he just came out in front of Kendo, slides back up to the track, and then nowhere for Marva Cada to go. Then they both go slamming into the outside wall. Already a tough race already for Marva Cada and the 97 team, but you see that the ticker has corrected itself as we went under caution. And trouble for Rose Thorne of the 42. She went on the grass. Looks like she got spun going on a pit road, as well as Kendo. Kendo also got spun going on a pit road. But right here, pit stops right here for the leaders. All the leaders are in. Adonda is in, but a fast stop for the 04 of Miggy Splitzer. And looks like the 71's got to take 4 tires while the 04 only takes 2 tires. So that means that Maggie Spletzer will win the race off pit road, followed by Rose Thorne, Adana Kratz, and Suyu Asui. But yeah, I think the 71 clearly messed up the strategy right there by going for 4 tires. But I will have to check to see on the lead lap, or I'll have to see what the ticker will say once these guys cross the start-finish line, unless they're going to go on to pit road. Because if these guys are not the leaders, and if they're ahead of the leaders, I will have to make them wave around here. But definitely setback for Adana Kratz in the 71. She did not want that yellow to come out. But now that it has, Maggie now has a good shot to go for the win and lead more laps. Because now Adana's got to deal with multiple lap cars, and that could possibly allow the 04 to run away. But we'll see what the ticker says once everyone has crossed the start-finish line, and we'll see if I have to make any cars wave around. But yeah, there's actually a lot of cars that I gotta wave around right here. So I gotta wave the 11, 31, 68, and 87. Oh. I really wish I could just way up. Looks like the 87 did not wave around. Oh. Oh my god. Just wave the 87. There we go. And then 82. And lastly, 62. There we go. Cody can also wave around. So I'll allow the 21 to wave around. 53 can also wave around as well. There we go. Alright, and we are going green this time. Maggie Spletzer, your leader, followed by Rose Thorne, Adana Kratz, Suyu Asui, Jimmy Johnson in the top 5. And then Wally, Diego Alcaraz, Ruby Asensio, Jeanette Prime, and Louis McGrath runs in the top 10. But yeah, for now, folks, the race is now on. Yeah, let's see how these guys right here are going to get it right here. Yeah, Maggie Spletzer now has a lot of breathing room now that she knows that Adana has to get by the 42. And the pace car is in. It's on the 04 to lead us back to the green. Going back into the restart zone. Green flag's back in the air. And look at that restart right there by Maggie. She's not going to waste any time trying to get a gap between herself and Adana Kratz. But Rose is going to follow closely behind. Sue goes to the inside of her teammate. And I'm pretty sure Cody's just now yelling at Maggie to just pull, push, push, push. But Rose is right there on the 04. Oh, man. This is getting tight contact. And they wreck in the back. Caution is back out. Oh, man. Just as the race is getting good, they wreck in the back. The 78, 32, 13 is in it. So is the 22, and the 25 is stopped right there on the apron. tough break for some of these drivers already on lap 65. Yeah, let's go back here and see what happened to the back of the field, because clearly right here, someone must have not cleared themselves. Yeah, right here, you see right here, a near 4 wide situation right here, just going through turn, right here, just going through the turn. Yeah, and yeah, Boogie just got into Diego Alcatraz, just nowhere for these guys to go, nowhere for Luis Regrat to go. Ruby Asensio also got a piece of that. Ethan Rice also got a piece as well. Then Boogie just came up right in front of the 22. No idea what that was for. And then the 94 got tagged. Also collects the 94 gets tagged. Also collects the 11, 87, 21, 99, 82, 68, 31. Yeah, just tough luck for a lot of these guys. And the leaders are back on pit road yet again. This is the pit strategy that everyone's doing, and looks like Travis Regan's gonna win the race off pit road, followed by Suyu Asui, Adana Kratz, Jimmy Johnson, and Jeanette Prime. I think the 7 is a lap down. Yes, he is. And Boogie has finally brought his car into the garage. He is done for the day. So yeah, Boogie, just tough break. Yeah, Auburn Bradley is a lap down, so I will wave him around. So it looks like the leader will be Suyu Asui in the 48. As Maggie has lost time on pit road. I think it was because of that contact that she had with the 48 of Sue. So yeah, just tough break for Maggie. You see her back there. She is down to 7th. Yeah, Travis Regan, who has mostly been in like somewhere in the back, he has managed to get a great recovery right here. And the 78 once again on pit road, and so is the 13 and the 22. They're trying to get some damage repair. Ryan Little back out on track, but he's got a lot of damage to his car. Yeah, this will be the first time that 48 has been up front here. Suyu Asui from the Cricket Cup Series, leading right here at Atlanta, with Travis Regan back there in 2nd, her teammate Adana Kratz in 3rd, Jimmy Johnson in 4th, and Jeanette Prime rounds out the top 5. And we are going green this time. Suyu Asui, your leader, followed by Travis Regan, Adana Kratz, Jimmy Johnson, and Jeanette Prime, the top 5. Then Rose Thorne, Maggie Splitzer, Cody Smart, Naomi Fellows, and JJ Yale, your ends at the top 10. Multiple cars are back on the lead lap right here. And the 78 there off of pit road, he's trying to rejoin the back end of the pacing line, who's currently in turn 1, entering turn 2. I'm pretty sure he should be able to rejoin the back of the field right here once he enters the back stretch. But yeah, 3 cautions so far. One at the beginning of the race that took out half of the field, and then 2 cautions after a pretty long green flag run. And we'll be going back green here with 46 laps to go. You're here in the Bluebird 400. And the field right here, rounding turns 3 and 4. The 78 has rejoined the back end of the pace line. He's get back up and here we go. And the pace car is in. It's on the 48 to lead us back to the green as we go back into the restart zone. Green flags back in the air. And not a great restart for the 48 of Sui Asui. Here comes Travis Regan right to the outside. Where is Adana and Jimmy going to go? Looks like she's going to try to follow her teammate right here unless she wants to go with Travis Regan here on the high side out of 2. On the 78, 71's going to go with her teammate right here. She's going to try to force it 3 wide. Sue here with the race lead, but here comes the 71. Jimmy trying to follow whoever got the preferred line. Adana back to the race lead. Jimmy's gonna follow closely behind. The 48 slides up. The 71 to the race lead, but here comes Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson, the 8-time champion in this server. He's gonna get by the 71 for the race lead. Oh my goodness. Our most winningest champ is back out in front here in Atlanta, and ironically, he won this race when he won his 8th championship in this league, and the 42 will get by for 2nd. Yeah, now Adana Crash is deadly starting to lose her momentum right here, using that high side a little too much. But now she's going back to the bottom right here where she's the most dominant. Contact a little bit there between the 71 and 42. The 71 moves the 42 out of the way. Jimmy continuing to lead. He's trying to pull away. And Adana will slide up ahead of the 42 for 2nd. Travis Regan trying to hold on to 4th, but he's got a hard-charging Meggie trying to get by for 4th. Now Adana gonna try to set her sights on the 50 of Jimmy Johnson, trying to get Jario's first win in the Six Flags Series. And Jimmy Johnson's already an established rookie of this league. He actually joined this league back all the way in season 1 when he was in the 3. And ironically, that was after he won his 7th championship that he was put into the Six Flags Series. And of course, he has won the season 5 championship for Irish Motorsports and Benno Kimura. Now it looks like he wants to try and do it again with Jario Motorsports, but not with the playoffs anymore. He's now going to deal with full season points, which has been one of his strongest running points formats back in his enormous 5 championship stints between 2006 and 2010. And yeah, he is actually establishing a good gap between himself and Adana Kratz. But they are catching up to the 20 of Alex Prime, who is looks like a little bit, he looks like he is a slow car. He is well off the pace. So we're going to see how Jimmy's going to be able to get around this lap traffic, because I'm pretty sure he has not really led most laps until around this time. Adana still has led the most amount of laps. And yeah, they are slowly reeling in the 20 of Alex Prime. The entire field has separated into look like 4 or 5 distinct packs. The only outliers being Sleepy in the 10 and Alex Prime in the 20. And I really hope that team owner Ethan Rice is going to be watching this carefully, because he's got a chance to become a first-time team owner winner here at Atlanta, which ironically has been one of Jimmy's strongest tracks. I mean, he has won Atlanta numerous times, so I won't be surprised if Jimmy Johnson manages to win here in the Bluebird 400. Take it away from a dominant Adana Kratz, who has dominated the bulk of the middle of the race during that long green flag run. But now that caution has ruined how her pit strategy, as well as now her momentum, Jimmy's now going to use that momentum against her and try to pull away. I mean, he's already established a gap to nearly 1 second. And yeah, he is definitely doing wonders on Adana Kratz. He knows that her main advantage is on the straightaway, so he's trying to make the most of it through the corners, as well as getting a good run down the backstretch. And you can see there, it's doing him wonders. He is gapping, he is gaining time on Adana Kratz. And he's trying to get up to a second right here, but they are catching up to the 10 and the 20. The first car up is the 10 of Sleepy. That's the first car that Jimmy is going to have to try to get around. But that might give room for Redonda to try to get by. Jimmy's going to immediately dive to the inside. He's going to waste no time on these lap cars. And so will Adonda and Rose Thorn. They're going to make quick work of the 10, and they're going to get by no problem. But Adonda has gained a bit of time on Jimmy Johnson, managed to shrink it down to about 4 seconds, to 0.4 seconds. But we all know that Jimmy's probably going to pull away from the 71 again, unless a group of lap cars has basically ruins his momentum right here as we're coming to 33 to go. Yeah, Jimmy Johnson, who has had Lowe's and Ally when he ran for Irish Motorsports, he has now got Dollar Tree and Family Dollar, which is his main sponsors in the Cup. One of his main sponsors in the Cup Series for Legacy Motor Club in the Cup Series. And of course, everyone knows that he'll be running his iconic number 48 on a Toyota Camry for the last time next year in the 500. So this might also end up being Jimmy's final season in the Six Flags Series. So a win here will definitely send this farewell tour for our beloved 8-time champion through the roof. This will be really good here for Jimmy Johnson if he could get a win here and possibly his final season running this number 50 Jario Motorsports Dodge. So far, not much lap traffic been encountered by the 50 of Jimmy Johnson, but he is gaining on his team owner, Ethan Rice, who was well off the pace. You see, it looks like they're actually not gaining any time on the 20 of Alex Prime, so Alex might be out of the picture here in regards to going down another lap. He is already a lap down, but he is making quick work of all of these lap cars. Down to 30 to go here from Atlanta. All eyes are now on Jimmy Johnson. And he has caught up to 23. Let's see what Ethan's going to do. If he's going to be a nice team owner and allow his driver to go by, or will he spoil him? It looks like Jimmy had to lift a little bit. And he goes side by side with the 23. And going to get around no problem. As he gained a lot of time there on Adonda, but he screwed up turn 1 and 2 there a little bit. He got on the apron. That's going to cost him a lot of momentum as... Oh, and Ethan just blocking the 71 so ferociously. He wants his driver to go away and win it. Wow. What a display of team coordination right there by Jario Motorsports. 28 laps to go. And now Jimmy caught up to the 78 of Diego Albuquerque. The gap is nearly 1 second now. Oh, and the 78 sends it into the corner. Jimmy has to fight the 78. That's not going to look so good. But Jimmy's going to finally get by the 78 and going to put more time on Adonda Kratz and Rose Thorn. And Alvin Bradley is on pit road, so is the 68 of JJ Yaley. They are on pit road, so is now Cody and Jonathan Logren. We got the green flag stops underway here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. But yeah, definitely these leaders are going to try to stretch out as much as they can. 26 laps to go here from Atlanta. Most of the field there on pit road on the radar that's on the bottom right, but we don't know when the leaders are going to pit. And the 71 to the 42 are on pit road. Jimmy's going to hopefully stay out and try to conserve more fuel and try to conserve his tires. 25 to go. But is this the right strategy call for the 8-time champion to win it? And looks like Jimmy's now going to come onto pit road. So yeah, this is now for all the marbles here for the 8-time champion as he heads into his stall. And Rose Thorne and Adana Kratz, they are fighting there a little bit. And 4 tires and fuel for the 50 of Jimmy Johnson. Let's see if this is going to be enough to keep him ahead of the leaders, as he is away off of pit road. The main drivers he's focusing on are just now coming out of turn number 4. Right now, the most likely leader will be Rose Thorne in the 42 as Jimmy Johnson's exit pit road. There's the 42 and 71 just now exiting turn 4 now on the front stretch into turn 1. Let's see if Jimmy can be able to exit out in time before they pass him. As right there's Rose Thorne to the 42. We are down to 24 to go. Jimmy is back on track. Can he get back up to speed in time? Adana's lost time to Rose Thorne. Jimmy Johnson is back up to speed. 23 laps to go. And he's already caught up to lap traffic. That's JJ Yaley in the 68. And that's allowed Rose Thorne to catch up at the 42. He goes to the inside. Rose Thorne tried to split the middle, but the 68 just held up way too much time for her. But she's looking to the inside of the 50. Side by side for the lead. 22 laps to go. Looks like Adana's out of this fight. The 42 to the race lead. But Jimmy's going to fight back on the high side, but they've caught up to the 31. Oh, boy. They are getting held up by all of this lap traffic. But the race leaders finally managed to get by. 21 laps to go here from Atlanta. Can Rose Thorne do it? Can she get her first career win? She's starting to gap Jimmy Johnson in the 50. Looks like she took a adjustment. And she is just flying right now in that 42 car. "20 laps to remaining here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Adana is out of the picture. She is not in the fight anymore. It's between Jimmy and Rose Thorne. But Rose has got a good gap on Jimmy right here. There's the 20. They're emerging off of pit road. So yeah, if another caution comes out, that will definitely screw up the 42 of Rose Thorne. But considering how spread out the field is, I don't think we might have another one. But I could be wrong though, you may never know. But Rose Thorne has used the 62 as a pick to extend her gap. Out of 4 here, 18 laps remaining for the 42 of Rose Thorne. And Jimmy's got a little help there from the 20, but the 20 looks like he's more concerned about trying to get by the 50. He knows the 50 is slow. And so is the 71. The 71 is also pretty slow. Here we go, 17 laps to remaining here at Atlanta. Only 24 cars are left in the race. That won't matter too much. But yeah, if another caution comes out, that will definitely screw over the 42 of Rose Thorne. Now she's now got to try to get by the 53 of Naomi Fellows. She's got now a second gap to the 50 of Jimmy Johnson. laps remaining here at Atlanta. The gap is now over 2 seconds between Rose Thorne and Jimmy Johnson. Rose Thorne is just playing it perfectly, just keeping the car good and just keeping it good all the way till the end. And I'm pretty sure that the 50 and 71 are going to get nowhere near the 42. 14 laps to go for the 42. She has caught up to the 82 of Alex G-Man. I have no idea why the ticker's saying only 5 cars on the lap, but I guess it is what it is, I'm guessing. And Rose Thorne has caught up to the 82, moves Alex G-Man out of the way, and the 20 is gaining on the 42. 13 laps remaining here at Atlanta. The 50 and 71 are just way too far back to make any sort of difference to the 42. Unless she gets passed, I think that's going to ruin her momentum. But given how everything is running, I don't think that's going to occur. As we're out to 12 laps to go here from Atlanta. Nope, yeah, I don't know. I'm mad about something. Yeah, 11 laps remaining here at Atlanta. Rose Thorne with a 3-second gap over Jimmy Johnson and Adonda Kratz. Oh, come on, NRE, you really had to lag out right there. But yeah, once we hit 5 laps to go, if the caution comes out, the race is over. And here we go, 10 laps remaining here at Atlanta. The 42 is just played the strategy perfectly. Managed to get out ahead of the 50 and 71, and she is just running away with it right now. And I think she will not be contended unless something happens. Probably a caution or a mechanical failure forced the 42 on the pit road. Is now caught up to the 42. 8 laps to go. The 20 is going to try to unlap himself. The 50 and 71 are still stuck with lap traffic. Now, what is the 20 going to do with the 42? He looks to the inside. He's staying behind the 42. He's on equal pace with the 42, trying to get a lap back. Oh, and he moves her up the racetrack. The 20 to the inside of the 42. As we are down to 7 laps to go. And the 20 will regain one of his laps from the 42. But the 42 still got a 4-second gap, so I don't think it's going to matter too much for the 42. Make sure that the game knows about something. But yeah, we're going to 5 laps remaining. Oh, wait! What's going on with the 42? Oh, the 42 is on pit road! Oh, no! Oh, boy, 5 to go. No, Rose, no! Oh, my God, man, you've got to be kidding me! Oh my God. And Jimmy just got held up by his team leader. That allows the 71 to get by. We're caught up to 4 to go. Looks like we've reached another cycle. So can the 71 and 50 hold on? The 42 there off of pit road. Probably not enough fuel in the tank for the 42. 4 laps remaining. Oh my God. So here we go, 3 to go for the 71, but that 50 is not allowing Adana to run away so easily, but we have reached a green flag pit cycle. This is for the marbles. We're cut up to 2 to go. Once we hit 2 to go, the race is going to be official, even if the caution is thrown. Now let's see how Adana will be able to drive this race car. Oh, I think she's pitting. Yes, she doesn't have enough fuel. Jimmy's going to take the lead. Oh no, 2 to go for the 8-time champion. The 71 and the 42, ironically some of those favorites, they are forced to pit while Jimmy, he's going to be coming around turn number 4. He's going to see the white flag. Final lap here from Atlanta. Does the 50 have enough fuel to make it? And he has put every single car 1 lap down. Unbelievable. For the 8-time champion here in Atlanta, down the backstretch for the final time. And I definitely think we're going to be seeing a big smile on team owner Ethan Rice out of turn number 4. Jimmy Johnson wins it at Atlanta. But what a day for the 50 of Jimmy Johnson, as there's Adrian Hopkins on pit road, and there is your final results right there on the left side of your screen. Jimmy Johnson will win it and be the only car to finish on the lead lap after everyone else appeared to had a bad pit strat, but Johnson able to conserve his tires of fuel long enough and got the win, as everyone else is lapped cars. Rose Thorne will get second, then Adana Kratz, Auburn Bradley, and Sam Kane rounds out the top 5. Then Suyu Asui, Mickey Splitzer, Travis Regan, Jeanette Prime, and Alex Prime rounds out the top 10. As we take a look at the rest of your lappers right here, Ruby Asensio, Cody Smart, Edwin Day, Jonathan Logren, Naomi Fellows, Taya Azuka, JJ Yaley, Diego Alcatraz, Alex G-Man, Charlie Calvin, Ethan Rice, Sleepy, Ryan Little, Adrian Hopkins are all our lappers. And looking at all our DNFs right here, Azuka Kender, Waldy, Daniel Bodesarov, Louis McGrath, Marva Cada, Brent Cruz, Sabrina Raincomprix, Parker Ritzloff, Polar Express, Angel Diaz-Rauda, Samantha Contreras, Zoe Backenamine, Alex Romeo. Oh shoot. Alex Romeo, Will Jones, Tari Ritzloff, Yorba Sawali, Pedro Sales, and Shane Kane will all finish out of this race. Well, that would do it here for the Bluebird 400 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Congratulations to Jimmy Johnson and Jario Motorsports. And I'm pretty sure this is Jimmy's, 88th career win in this time in the Six Flags timeline. So really great job for Jimmy Johnson. I'm pretty sure this is 88th or 89th win. And for everyone that tuned in right here on Alex Prime Motorsports, I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in. But this weekend, let me check the sketch right here. So this weekend, we'll be heading over to Denver, Colorado for both the Cup and Mountain Dew Series, as we'll take our first trip out to the Rockies for I'm pretty sure it's the Hankook. No, it's not. The Racetrack 200. But Until then,